Hello again, friends and fans. Welcome back. Men of War Assault Squad 2. No, don't adjust your monitors. It is the invasion of France. Yes, under the cover of heavy forestry, the Germans have moved through, and this minimap is definitely goofy, but, alright, check that out. French forces lie in wait here. They're in like a World War I-like stance. They think this war is going to last for quite some time. But we're going to show them the true might of German blitzkrieg. So we've got access to some early war tanks, including the Panzer II and the Panzer III, and let's see, I think we might actually have some lighter Panzer Is. Oh, was that it? Yes, Panzer Is there, and including plenty of elite German infantry. So let's get to it. Again, the mini-map is a little off, but bear with me here as we play through this one. If you want to play it as well, check down below in the description and go there and comment on Steam and let that mod maker know Raptor sent you. So take a look at this. We've got some French soldiers here. This utilizes the GSM mod as well, so you'll need both of those. I won't link that one because, of course, by now you should have GSM. Look it up in the Steam Workshop. But look at all these defenses. Well, look at that. Actually, artillery gun, 45mm AT gun, really, and another 25mm here. Wow. So the French have a lot of AT guns lying in wait. They've got a lot of trenches, and they're utilizing the hills as well. Our objective here is to get through all the way to the back and destroy some of these heavier artillery guns from 1917, and they're defended by some anti-tank guns here. And we'll have to get through that as well. So let's take a look. Destroy the 255mm guns and 375mm guns. So boom, 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 and these two as well. So we got to cut through French lines and get all the way here to destroy those guns, or at least preferably capture them. So one thing is obviously during a blitzkrieg, you just flank around the enemy like we did to get here, and then we'll try to cut through all the way to that main line. So we can go through all the way on the left side. I'd actually prefer to do that. Cut through some of their defenses here, and then possibly go up to the center. But on this right side here, it looks like there's a lot of AT and such. So let's grab some of our tanks. We don't need that mini-map anymore. Let's get rid of that. All right, let's grab some of our Panzer IIIs. And let's bring some of our heaviest armor through the gap in the German, or rather the French lines, and we'll show them what German tanks can do. This is going to be quite exciting. So we've got these three tanks ready to rock. We're going to charge at the enemy full steam on the left side. So we're going to try to cut through this orchard here, apple orchard or whatever, and just completely ignore their defenses here. Now there's a couple of things that can threaten us, 25mm, but more importantly the 47mm. And then wow, they've got quite a few AT guns and such. Again, another 25mm. But I wonder if that's an autocannon or just a standard AT gun. It looks like it actually might have possibly an auto loader. Nope, looks like it's a single shot. So I see the breach there. So speaking of breach, let's do it, gentlemen. Let's go. All right, so the German forces here are going to move left. We're going to stack up with the rest of our infantry then. We'll grab our forces here. Looks like they're all in mixed match squads with infantry columns, but you can grab them by squad, and then additionally some medics as well, which are going to be very, very useful in reviving our men, of course. So we'll bring up the medic squad as well. Okay, so we're going to punch through. I like the, it seems like we can seemingly zoom out a lot further than usual, so we'll do that, and we'll continue the advance with these tanks as well. I was going to play this previously, and I had tested it out a little bit, but the mod maker just didn't have any sounds. It didn't really feel like a real battle, so they popped in some beautiful, blowing in the wind sounds, and now you're going to hear some beautiful... let's listen to the sounds of, what, does that sound like France to you? What, advancing German armor? Yeah, it sure sounds like France in 1940 to me. All right, so let's get steaming through then. Let's go full speed through the orchard here. Knock those trees out of the way. We'll get our German infantry right behind. Now, again, this is a blitzkrieg, so, one of the problems with the blitzkrieg is sometimes, your forces can get a little, outdone because they're advancing so quickly. You want to always watch your rear and your flanks. But so does the enemy. All right, we're charging through a couple of these defensive lines already. German armor is confused. Oh, they're throwing some AP grenades. Not too much for us to worry about, but I don't want to throw a track just yet. All right, let's roll up. We've got German infantry coming up too. All right, let's go ahead and advance up to those positions. Looks like AT's already firing. We got to keep moving. Can't stop. Got to keep moving. Take out that one gun right there. That's one of our problems, standing in our way. Let's take that out. Looks like there might be a mortar here as well. Yep, French mortars on both sides, as well as British expeditionary forces. So we want to be on the lookout for any of that. All right, AT guns still causing some havoc. All right, guys, keep advancing, push it, push it. All right, we're going to crawl on our bellies here to try to conserve as many troops as we can. Hopefully those large artillery guns don't start opening up on us. keep pushing through. Go around those trenches. Oh, damn, did we hit a mine? I hope we didn't. Yep, I bet we did because of the defensive line here. All right, let's sneak back this way. Really no perfect way through the French lines. You can see they've got defenses all the way along the road, so they've definitely set up a line here. Main guns are damaged, but we're still able to fight. Our forces are pushing through. They're starting to mortar us as well. Track damage there. That's one of the things we did not want to happen. Wow, instant acking on the two javelin sights here, by the way, that are able to zero in on our tracks, I guess. Wow, these tank drivers are absolutely dumb. Just can't move in a straight line. Well, I've got a solution then. Wow, look at that. Just taking a little bit of manual control sometimes works wonders. All right, so we got rid of that. So we've got to repair these two tanks. Some of our infantry have been wounded and or killed by some mines there, but we've got plenty of elite German infantry ready to fight for the Reich. So let's push through. We can hear some explosions there. Hopefully those aren't our tanks. Let's get that mini-map back so we can do some quick movements of troops. And keep an eye on the French forces. All right, so we've got a hole in the enemy defenses. And we did a good job of basically capturing this farmhouse here and opening up the door. We can now sneak in behind all the French defenses and just sneak up here and take those guns out. So we've got quite a privilege here to take advantage. All right, let's continue to move up with our forces. Let's make sure this farm area is cleaned out. Wow, look at that bad day to be on the enemy side. They've lost a lot of their guns. All right, we're moving up to the farmhouse now. Really no cover here. I mean, there's concealment, but not anywhere we can take cover. So I want to run up to that farm field ASAP. German troops are on the advance. All right, let's go ahead and advance with some of our lighter tanks now that the heavier tanks have punched a hole. We can now start utilizing Panzer IIs, so we'll get them over here as well. And again, this is the whole tactic of World War II, was the blitzkrieg doctrine, just to go where the enemy was lighter defended and punch through with speed and strength and try to encircle them. So that's what we're doing right now. Plenty of Panzer IIs as well. I like the amount of tanks we've been given. And luckily, we haven't lost any tanks either. We may have lost a squad of men to a mine, but that doesn't mean that we're out of the game by far. We've got a huge advantage here over French forces, and as soon as our tanks are repaired, we'll continue our advance. Now, the French are firing here from one of their trenches. They've also got a 47 millimeter there and another one there, so we'll try to take that hill over, and then it's all over for the French because they're not even using their heavy guns. They don't have orders to use them yet. They're not firing against us. In fact, we've advanced into this area so quickly, that's why the mini-map isn't even displayed. They haven't even made the map yet. All right, let's go ahead. Actually, we can start using those mortars against the French. All right, let's sneak up there. We'll capture some of their mortars next to our tank. It looks like our track's repaired on one of those tanks. All right, let's continue. Let's get ready to hop off here. So, a return from the First World War. The Second World War, Germans come back, and now they've got more elite troops and a lot of great tanks as well, dedicated to speed and mobility. Of course, that's what the doctrine at the start of the war was. You can see that these tanks move like no other, and even the Panzer IIIs have a lot of movement. The Gs, Panzer IV-G and such kind of move a little slower and are a little bit more focused on a balance of armor and such. So it's very interesting when you study World War II tanks, or tanks in general. You can kind of see how doctrines change after time. Nowadays tanks have jet engines in them and have heavy armor, and it's all kind of a well-balanced meal, but here it's a little different. Autocannons unloading on that farmhouse. No AT guns here to challenge us, really. AT gun there, I think, but 25 millimeter not going to do much against our forces here. All right, tanks are ready to rock again. Let's get the infantry up. Let's go ahead and take cover behind here. And we'll have our, let's see, a couple of SMG gunners. Grab those mortars. Oh, wait a minute. What do we got here? We've got a MG Schütze. Good. We'll have him move over there. There we go. 2 MGs, actually. All right. German infantry push through. Beautiful. Wow, look at that. Autocannons just turning that farm field into a Michael Bay film trailer. Look at that. Wow. Amazing. Panzer II just ripping them up. Great weapon against AT as well, because if you hit the flank of a AT, you're just going to rip it up. Rip. Wow, look at that. All right, that AT gun's not even looking at us. We've got the advantage here. The French don't know what to do. All right, let's continue our advance, but not to be too cocky. We're going to try to minimize losses now because we have the opportunity to do so. We just rolled through one of those AT guns. All right, let's get another mortar up. Our mortars are firing away. Infantry's ready to go. Everybody's ready to rock here. All we got to do is push through with our tanks, and then all that infantry can come through on cleanup. We don't even have to move some of these troops. I would like to have a half track, though. That's one thing I would like for mobility. But we'll bring up the rest of our troops now. And we'll try to bring them up through the orchard. We don't want to take any more losses due to mines. All right, Panzer III is ready to rock. Come on up. Boy, everybody's looking at that farmhouse. Is there enemies in there? I know there is. Right, well, let's go ahead and get the rats out. Do we have any AT grenades? Somebody should have an AT grenade. Let's see. Oh, looks like we've only got regular grenades. Let's go ahead and throw some in the window here. Now, nice thing about direct control is that all you have to do is time a grenade and toss. I can see him in the window right now. Oh, what? He missed. Oh, still killed him. All right, let's take a look inside the house. Where's the other guys? Oh, they're on the other side of the house? Oh, they're right there at the door. Okay, let's go ahead and roll up. We're just going to do a German drive-by. Push that AT gun out of the way. Au revoir, bitch. All right, nice. All right, so that's the farmhouse pretty much secured. German forces can advance now. Let's go ahead and get ready. We're going to move up. Hopefully those AT guns can't hit us from here. Okay, infantry's ready to go. Let's go. All right, let's break through ASAP. All right, we'll make a push with all of our infantry now. Gonna try to get behind those tanks first, and then let the infantry run up to those AT guns and knock them out, and then have the tanks come through and finish off the rest of those defenders there. So basically, my thought here is once the French notice that we're basically behind them and that we've captured all of their guns. Actually, are these the... Wait a minute, we have to destroy those guns up there, not these. These, I was mistaken, these are the 25 millimeters. These are the 75 that we need to get up to. And these actually seem to be, well, they're artillery, but I guarantee they could also be used as ATs. So we're going to have to send our infantry up to take out those AT guns and then possibly circle around. And our mortars are doing a good job of firing off on that trench line, too. The French are just basically pinned down and can't fire back. So that's why our infantry's had a good time of advancing with little to no resistance. What's this guy's an MG shoots in? He must have lost his MG somewhere. An MG shoots it without an MG. Imagine that. All right, let's get advancing then. We'll have 3 columns of infantry advance onto those AT guns, left, right, and center. All right, here they go. Yeah, the French are going to pose a little bit of a problem, so we'll take this trench first, and we'll continue to advance with our infantry. All right, well, bad day to be on the enemy team. They're pretty much surrounded by mortars and tanks and infantry, and you can really see the effectiveness of a blitzkrieg here. I mean, even if this battle took place over an hour, could you imagine how little reinforcements could play any effect here? I mean, if it takes you an hour to get the reinforcements here and the Germans are already well behind your lines, you could take losses just on all the reinforcements arriving. All right, let's push it up with the tanks a bit. Don't want to get too close to those 75 millimeters, though, so I'm going to probably cut it off about here with the tanks. All right, German infantry, head on in. Start throwing grenades. There we go. Look at that. So it is GSM, so the grenade tossing is crazy. But the main point of that is to get them to run out of the trench and basically kill them. Wow. Okay, we've now got the trench. And we've now got 25 millimeters shooting at us. Oh, and we did lose a track on one of these tanks. All right, let's get up there. Okay, infantry's moving up. Have a couple of guys move up here too, an MG team up to the intersection there. All right, so our tanks are pretty well capable of defending themselves. We've basically kicked open the door on the left side of the French defenses. We haven't even needed to utilize any of our reserve tanks, but we may as well get them ready for a big push too. So we'll bring them up here as well. And you're still watching. How about cotton candy? Yeah. If you're still watching, comment cotton candy down there in the comment section. It's fun to see how many people respond. Let's see how many people we can get. I bet we won't get more than 10. But let's see. All right, let's continue to advance. Wow, our tanks are really doing a good job of just opening fire on those guns. Oh, they're trying to recrew their guns, too. 25mm guns can hurt our infantry, but they're trying to target our tanks, which are more than capable of deflecting that kind of millimeter. Let's try to get this tank repaired again. Actually, let's do this. I'm going to try to defend this tank while she's repairing. A little dangerous, but there we go. All right, German tanks having no problem getting up this far. 75mm, that's about as close as I want to get with them now. But we do have some French forces here that are really putting up a good resistance. They're in a really good area to give us some pain. Let's go ahead and make sure that doesn't happen anymore. Let's knock out these 25mm. There we go, one of them down. There we go. All right, let's get on that line and capture that artillery now. Looks like their artillery battalion's taking some damage, and their commander right here. We're about to get control of the battlefield. Their commander's going to go down in the fight. MG teams are opening up on that elevated position there. Very good position for the French, by the way. Really nice. It's a good spot to defend. All right, unfortunately, German reinforcements are here. Not the reinforcements, but our next spearhead is ready. We're going to sneak up behind those 75mm. My thought is that these tanks are so fast and so light that they can get behind those 75mm before the French even have a chance to react. So we're going to push up with everything we've got now, and I'm going to try to reinforce this trench line a little bit more and utilize it against the French. All right, let's get more of our Panzer. Look at this, just an entire Panzer II crawl. That is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right. Hey, you guys can also watch me play a lot more of this at twitch.tv/RapPack as well if you want to see a lot of this gameplay being played live. Men of War Assault Squad is probably one of the greatest World War II games out there, especially for a strategy game, but also in general, just a great game. So let's trash these 75mm now. Let's see what we can do. Let's break through. Let's see what we can do. I'm going to just sneak up on them. Looks like we've actually blown these guns, or not blown the guns up. They're actually all right. Taking a couple of losses with our forces here. We need to get up there. French are in a good defensive position. There we go. That's the end of the 75. 75, no longer alive. We're just gonna strong arm this position here. The French not even having a chance. The Germans, in actuality, did capture some of those artillery guns as well and utilize them at Normandy. Look at that, just the devastation. All right, our objective again is to destroy the 255mm guns. So unfortunately, orders are orders. Even though we want to capture them for utilization in future conflicts, that's not our orders. We got to destroy the guns, which are hard to do. Holy crap. There we go. Wow, my shot was actually making that other Panzer II there like shake a little bit. There we go. All right, now we're finishing off the French forces. French AT guns replaced by German tanks. Now we can just fire over the entire battlefield here. All right, let's finish off our orders then. Orders are orders, that's how it goes. Okay, so we're gonna try to just shoot these guns. Holy shit. You know what we can do? Let's have our good friend Urs hop out and grab some TNT there, Urs. Oh, wait a minute. One of the guns was good. Well, let's have a dramatic conclusion to our invasion of France. Yeah, they're hating. Alright, beautiful. Well, those two guns are done, and so are the 375mm. So that is it. Apparently we've got it. Oh, apparently this tank couldn't get up here. Uh-oh. They're still shooting at us. Alright, good. Now, we've completed our objective, but let's give you a little bonus. Let's clean everything up here and utilize the rest of our infantry and tanks to the best of our abilities. Holy shit. Did our own autocannon knock our dudes out? Oh, tank counterattack. Wait a minute. What? Oh, hello. Oh, that's not fair. They came up right behind us. Uh-oh. Well, we captured some of the high ground. But they're not having a good time either. Their tanks are basically out of the game already. got that one down. That second one's down. They messed us up a little bit too. We lost a couple of Panzer IIs, but we got plenty more here. I did not expect that. A lot of our infantry got chewed up by well, as you can see, some of our tanks got hit. Plus, I think our own autocannon knocked a couple of our guys down. But then they started shooting at them with their own tanks. All right, that tank counterattack's knocked out. Get ready and destroy them. Yeah, and by the way, I like to get ready and destroy them. They just like pop out of nowhere. Get ready. Okay, they're here. Okay, Panzer Is. Let's wreck them. Schwein, run. Oh man, what a day, y'all. Let's rest. We need to wait for the rest of our battalion to move up and set up defenses in case they try anything. Right, well, that's not enough, you guys. I know you like these videos to be extra long. So, let's clean up the rest of the map. It's a long day, but it's not over yet, Hans, or whatever your name was. So, let's go ahead and clean up the rest of these forces. We did a really good job. That tank counterattack, French tanks are cruel, man. They are really hard to get around. And so I'm glad that we were actually like here right at the door to mess them up. So let's do this. First things first, all we got to do is a little bit more of the blitzkrieg. All we got to do is just roll up and pop them. So let's go ahead and clean out. We'll clean out the trenches last, but anything that's out in the open like this, we'll just go ahead and have no problem doing this. Guess that area's cleaned up. See, there's a couple of AT guns remaining. Oh, hello, grenades. Trying to grenade us still. They've got trenches there. A couple of. It looks like it's all trenches now. All trenches now. All right, let's bring. Actually, oh wait a minute. Got a position here. Let's go ahead and take that out. Oh, hold on, guys. All right, now this is going to get a little bit more messy because obviously we weren't meant to fight this long. We were just supposed to complete that one objective, but. Let's take the high ground here. More German reinforcements are here, so we'll give them more to shoot at, including these big-ass tanks. How about that? All right, we'll get some of our tanks repaired as well. Some of our tanks took damage during that initial French counterattack, so we'll get back up on the line. A couple of tankers there ready to rock as well, so we'll get that fixed up. Wow, we actually blew some of those forces out of the trench there. Just stay down and spread out, guys. All right, here we go. So we're moving up the rest of our infantry. We can also move up those mortars. Wow, they actually cleaned this out here. So as you can see, assaulting those main lines would have basically constituted for massive losses for the German forces. Hitting them head on and cleaning all that out is not what they wanted to do. They wanted to bypass and go for the heart, which was that heavy AT that you saw, or the heavy AT and artillery. Alright, where's our other Panzer III? Here we are. Alright, so we'll move up and clean out this trench line. Most of the French and British forces here are being asked to leave with bullets. And looks like a couple of our Panzer IIs are still on repair. Well, anyway, we got two of them ready to go. So let's do something a little special with the French here. Good, we'll just run over their trenches. Perfect. Look at this. Cleaning that trench out. Yeah, you can either die, or I'll run over you, or you can get shot. Wow. Pimpin' ain't easy, and neither is world conquest. That'd be a great quote down to see in the comment section 20 times. Pimpin' ain't easy, and neither is world conquest. President Hoover, 1973. I just love how we're driving circles around them. So they may have really good trenches, but they're not really good against tanks when they don't have any sort of AT. Well, they do have AT guns, but we pretty much cleaned off the rest of those. So now they have nothing. I like their trenches, though. Those square trenches are really cool. Alright, we got grenadiers coming up to toss grenades. Egg grenades being thrown. There we go. Alright, we're going to try to toss grenades. French are under-equipped, man. Germans were ready to have a brawl. There, take that. Get down. Oh. That's alright. I think we just need a medic. He'll probably be fine. Alright, a couple guys left to kill. That's it. Alright, that guy's done. Looks like there seems to be one guy over here in this trench. Let's run his ass over too. And one other guy here next to our tank who just didn't want to get out of the trench, I think. So, I like the ability to zoom out on this map. You will see more from this mission, by the way. The next one is a defense mission, even more complex than this one. So be sure to stay tuned for that, and that will be coming ASAP. And along with more great videos. So, let's finish this guy off. Oh, there he is. Hello. Goodbye. There we go. And finally, the last of the last offenders. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. What's his name? I guess he doesn't have a name, but, oh well. I didn't get to run over him. But we'll just run over him again. There we go. There we go. We cleaned that up. Alright, so we will defend this area next. I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching my invasion of France with the little link in the description. It should say, tell them Raptor sent you. Be sure to do that. Comment to that mod maker that I sent you over and tell them that you support them as much as you do me as well. And thanks for making Men of War a much more fun game to play. Alright, that's it for now. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.